Okay, so let me check and make sure everything's right here. So we are starting a bit early because I want. So, where do I start? So I wanted to reboot the modding streams, and the reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to make things a little more edited going forward, so they're a little well produced. And I also wanted to separate like the modding streams from what event we're doing. So this series will be known as the Florida modding streams because we're focusing on Florida, and the theming of the modding stream will change depending on what we're working on. For example, if we're working on Banished Base, I'll change the whole thing to be red. So that will be interesting. So, in the meantime, I just wanted to, this is the new fucking thing we have here. So I can switch it to this, and you can see my Blender view. You can see the editing kit. Now I put in a spider icon because I liked it. And I put a Spartan icon because I liked it. So, yeah. So, last time we left off, we were working on Florida. I got pretty much the playable area here done. But now's the skybox I want to figure out. And it has been a pain in my fucking ass. Because there's so much shit I have to cover here. So... So I decided to get a plane image here and kind of map out where everything is. So that kind of helps put things into perspective, but I'm not exactly sure about that. So I'm mostly just going off Google Maps to try and fill this all out. And it has been pretty difficult. So I think what I could do, because it's like, these are pretty, I don't know, can we see the statistics here? I don't know. Apparently not. Oh, there we go. So if I click this, we are dealing with that many vertices, so... What about this one? That's a lot more vertices, so... I'm trying to think, because I want to have buildings around here, kind of fill out space. Well, I'm going to open up Sapien here so I can get a better look at the skybox. This is going to take some time, so I'll put that over here. In the meantime, I guess I'll figure this shit out. So, we have this plane here, and that's how we have this image, and I think I'll just subdivide it, because you should be able to just make everything work that way. not apply scale, fuck. So hopefully... I'm gonna just do that. Thinking if I just figured this shit out, I should be able to just kind of... have a base to work with. Over here we don't really need the So I'm thinking that I should be able to have the skybox, like, work here. So that way this image does most of the work of giving the illusion of a city. Actually, I don't need to... We don't really need the water here. Because of the fact that we have... You know... Thinking the max height of flying should be around here. Don't go too far up. So yeah, okay. So I think that should cover that. Now the next deal of business is making a cheap version of the thing here so we can really fill this up. I think I'm doing good today. Good morning to you from Atlanta. I think it's pretty just the problem is, if I go over here, I mean, these buildings are saving a lot more on resources. I'm trying to make Florida in Halo, which is kind of a late 4th of July special thing. It didn't really work out when I was working on it back in June because of the fact that the drive dropped, so I wasn't able to work on my Halo mods for a bit. Sapien isn't done loading yet. I don't know, I'm thinking I should be able to just use 2D images to kind of give the illusion over here that there's a city. How are you doing? What are you doing to make Halo fit into the Florida fit into the Halo universe? Well, it's kind of, my mod takes place in its own alternate universe, so it kind of, you know, it just kind of, like, I don't know if there's anything in the Halo universe that kind of says Florida doesn't exist. I remember I looked it up, and I think the only other, like, the thing that contradicts that is the fact that, Halo Infinite doesn't have Florida on the map of Earth, but it's like I don't really care about what Halo Infinite says, because like, you know, my mod doesn't take place in that timeline, so it's not something I really need to focus on regarding that, but yeah, it's just kind of its own universe, so I don't really have to worry about Bungie or 343 lore, and it's not trying to be like a, you know, it's just kind of being its own, like, thing, so I don't really have to worry about that stuff. Okay, I think that's part of the skybox model, right? Okay. How many vertices? Oh, fuck. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, so we can just get the fucking skybox here so we can view what it looks like in game, because I want to see if there's a more efficient way of doing this, so we're just going to place this down. So, my main concern is the fact that these things over here are not textured. And you actually will not notice this inside ODST. Oh, there's a space bridge, but it's destroyed, so that's not what I need. So, because if we go back to Blender here, those are the buildings here, so these are just untextured, so That's not good. So I'll get the sky from the Banshee map, and I'll compare that, because I saw some interesting things with it. These are all the buildings. There are smaller ones. Now, as you can see, they save on resources because they don't show the full thing, so that's what I'm trying to do with the buildings, because I want them to save on resources. So go over here. You can kind of get a good look at everything. Yes, this is what I need, these things, because they will give the illusion of a city. So I probably won't have to worry too much. I will say, wait. Oh yeah, so I think that's why you see these trees here, because of the fact that this is right near the nature reserve, so it's kind of showing the jungle. Over here is where it's being unearthed, and this is where the burning buildings are. That's where they're digging it up for Halo Free, so I guess the problem is my design philosophy for these. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like, I'm thinking much smaller than what New Mombasa has. Because huh. Okay. How many characters and vehicles are you putting in the mod? So I'm taking all the banished units I have made, so all the dinosaurs I've made, all the banished guys, the new marines. For this particular mod, I think the new additions will be the Mark IV Spartans, because there was a pretty good Mark IV recreation released on the Sketchfab that I want to put into this mod. The quad launcher, a hovercraft, because when you're in the Everglades you can't use boats because of the vegetation, so they have to use hovercrafts. What else? Oh yeah, and there's going to be a banished RCB and a banished aircraft carrier, which will be part of this section. And I gotta figure that all out. Now I need to get Google Maps open here and give myself a reference on how this looks. Okay, got an idea. So it's mostly small buildings around here. You should make the Halo Infinite banish Spartan and elites and grunt armors to fight them. I put the Halo Infinite banish Spartan armor on the and the brute armor on the banished soldiers, which are the banished humans, because I thought that would work for them a bit better. How much does this take up? So, 2,000. What about here? Fuck. That's 1,000. And it's 6,000. Holy shit. Okay. Are you planning on making other Spartans banish armor? I'd like to see if... There's plenty I still have... Like, there's plenty in the armory I still haven't used, so I'd have to... I'd like to see it. I'd have to look through the archive to see if I can find the what do you call it? Because there's plenty of banished armors I didn't, like, you know, fully utilize, so there's still plenty I could do with the banished humans. I don't know what I'm doing with banished Spartans yet, because I haven't really, like, I'm thinking in my time, like, the banished kind of figure out how to make their own Spartans, but they're kind of, like, not as high quality as the UNSC's Spartan 4s. I was thinking of just doing that, because I thought that might be, I thought that'd be a cooler way of going about it. You know, I didn't realize how big the ODS... Because this is supposed to be, like, up to scale of Florida, right? This is how big the new Mombasa buildings are. They're fucking huge. Like... I don't... You know, they're, like, massive. I guess it is in the future, so I could take some liberties. I gotta go back into Sapien to get a look at them again. guess I could utilize this to kind of fill up the city a bit more. I want them to go, I want it to kind of be like this. Yeah, okay. You know, I guess it's in the future, so it's kind of reasonable to assume that there might be a lot more larger structures just around. So I guess I'll go with that. I'm trying to see how it looks on the maybe about further out. Because the thing is this is going to be an air vehicle section, so I need to account for the skybox here, so I gotta make sure everything is like accounted for here. Actually, this could work. Hold on. Let's see if we can make this. Okay, that's much more efficient. Just gotta put this in the skybox. some variation here in terms of scale. Are you planning on making more new or cut content vehicles and weapons from Halo? I want to get the Viper in. I gotta take a look at the dig site shit, because there's a lot of stuff I like. I like the revolver they have in dig site. I'd love to put that in the mod and kind of make that a weapon you can use. Because I've always wanted, like, a revolver in Halo, but I've always kind of wanted I always kind of wanted it to be futuristic in a way. I know I really want the Elite shields as well, because I like the shields that the Elites were going to have, those triangle-shaped ones, like the diamond ones, because that would be really cool to have. And it'd be really cool if they were all individual, like, triangles you could shoot. And they all kind of... And that's how it kind of... And that's how you activate it, too. Like, they kind of shoot out like that. I guess for this, I'll just, no idea how much the fucking skybox model will be able to take, but I'm sure we'll figure it out when the time comes. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything too impressive, because it's just going to be like, you look up and... No, that does look a bit industrial, though, so that is a problem. So I'll use this to add some variation to that. I don't want these to be too big of a eyesore. By that I mean, like, I don't want to, like, take up too much of its space. Even here, I'm not too sure about it. Maybe a bit further down. Did you play Halo Campaign Evolved? I have not. But I have been kind of hearing mixed things about it. From my understanding, the story is shit. Well, I shouldn't say the story is shit, because it's just combat evolves, but, the prequel mission story is not the best, I mean. It's kind of just like a filler story for Operation Red Flag. So I guess for me, like, it's obviously using the Halo Reach engine, so it, you know, it's Halo, so it's going to be fun, right? It's going to be using the Halo Reach engine. But I have noticed there were some faults with the actual engine itself. Like, the AI isn't the best, which, you know, I can't really criticize them for that, because there's moments in my mods where the AI screws up and shit like that, but still, point it out, but yeah. No idea how this is actually going to look in game. Anyway, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Essentially, I don't like the art style Campaign Evolved, and I'm not a fan of the story and dialogue changes that they did, because a lot of them aren't the best. And I'm not a fan of what they did with the unified art style they're calling it. But, you know, I can't really judge the gameplay, but from what I'm hearing, I'm just hearing mixed things, so I'm assuming the remake's a mixed bag. That's what my assumption is. So, you know, I'm not too surprised, and I'm not too upset about it, because, you know, I can just make my own Halo shit, so I'm not too bummed out about that. Honestly, surprised to see people actually criticizing it, because I would have expected a lot more shenanigans going on. I guess we'll make some makeshift docks over here. And not that anyone will really see them, but still, just gotta account for these. I can kind of see why Bungie designed New Mombasa the way they did. Because it's mostly like enclosed city sectors. You don't really get a view of the whole city like this, and that's because that's, you know, much easier. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of fucking hoops and shit to get this to work. But I'll find a way. I usually do. Okay, we'll copy this shit. There we go. Looks like that's mostly just sand. Can I ask you to make a custom model from Halo to be in your next Halo mod? I'm not sure if I can, I'm not sure if I'll have the time to do it, but if I do, you know, you can tell me it right now, and, you know, I'll see if it can ever happen. I can't really promise anything, but if it's possible, I could try and make it happen. So you've got to kind of judge the skybox from this height. That's how long to be able to see. Maybe an extra over here should do the trick. It's kind of just adding clutter so, you know, you can't see the fact that it's just a fucking void outside. Guess I gotta figure this shit out now. So, I believe these are the, what do you call it? Cityscape, yes, okay. So these are important. I don't know if I want Florida to be as big as New Mombasa, because this is a, you know, this is a cool, like, scenery, right? But at the same time, I feel like I kind of want to have smaller buildings. Okay, I think I'll go with that. Let me check Sapien quickly. Yeah, it does kind of look like... Oh. Actually, face orientation. It's not really giving me much to go off of. Oh wait, no it does. Never mind. Just in case on which I change my mind, I'll keep a hidden version of that in here. Time being, I'm going to downscale these a bit. I think I'll change the layout here because I kind of want to go something like this. Actually, let me check Miami over here. Let's do the... Oh! Okay, that's actually accurate. I mean, the buildings aren't this fucking tall. But, I'll lower them a bit. No, I don't want them to be too big, but... I think that's a little bit better, or to what I want. So they are big, but, you know, not as big as New Mombasa. That should do the trick. Selling the illusion. Just use the cityscape here. Some of them over here, I think. Can it have... So it seems like the textures will be doing most of the job here to kind of sell the illusion. If I look over here, that's where the Florida Keys are, right? No, it's not actually. It's the open ocean. Yeah. That's the Virginia Key, not the... Okay. Well... Put some over here just in case. Well, despite everything, I think I managed to find a way to do this. No, I did not expect that. Now it's time to figure this shit out. So these things over here. Palm trees. Oh, I just realized the cityscape texture is kind of like a... What do the palm trees look like? So like that. Okay, that is perfect. So, I think these should help sell the illusion as well. Place some of these back here. Control D. Perfect. So we can just add these to the green areas, and that should help us make it look like there's a bunch of forest here. You know, I wasn't so fucking overwhelmed by the prospect of making a city skybox. I feel like this would have been done much sooner. But I was overwhelmed. I was like, there's no way I can do this. It's too hard, and I've got to wait. But what was I waiting for? Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, I think this will work pretty well. Okay, that should be a trick. Okay, so in that case, perfect, I found a use for this. It's kind of taking up space. This should help hide the seam here. Okay, I think I actually might be Skybox might actually be good to go. Only thing missing is the water. I guess we can go get that from Zanzibar. I'll do a save here. Do you like Ben 10 or Star Wars? I don't really remember much about Ben 10. I remember it was a show back in when I was a kid. I remember there was McDonald's toys for it. I think I had from a Happy Meal or two. Star Wars, I remember that was also a thing. Then the later movies kind of weren't the best. And I remember I was getting really back into it in early 2021 and 2022, but then I kind of lost interest after Book of Boba Fett kind of dropped it. I kind of stopped caring about Star Wars after that because I was just like, yeah, it's not getting better. So shouldn't have to worry too much about this area because it's going to be invisible to the player anyway, so... Damn it. Sorry about that. Fuck something up there. Okay. So I'll do a save. Just have to figure out how to execute this. Biggest issue is the fact that the fake water is going to overlap with the real water. So that is something I am a bit concerned about here. Unless there's a way to make the blue parts here also animated. So it kind of gives the illusion that it's water. I'll go ask the Halo Mods Discord if that's possible. Though, if that is, and I spent the last few minutes just fucking getting rid of all this shit for no reason. Is it possible to add regions to make certain parts of a texture move? I am working on a city map for Halo. I put a texture with a cool faking. I made it. It's also animated, but it's Oh wait, no, I did spell that right. Okay, no problem. Now this shit. This is a thing I need to figure out. I do like these rail structures. I guess I'll focus on the skybox for now and then work on detailing the map after I get it. Because I'm thinking I'll just put this in. Thankfully, I think this will be the hardest part of this map, is making the city, because after that we have to do the Everglades, then the tournament, the rock concert, and the Keys. All of which are a little more simpler because they're more natural environments. I mean, none of this, like, it's not like I'm doing any interiors here except for the starting part, so... I guess I could look to see, when is your next Halo mod making live stream? I'm not exactly sure. This stream will end when I get tired, because then I'm just gonna move over to playing Barrow Trauma for the rest of the day, because I need to fix my sleep schedule. Because I've been awake since yesterday, and I just want to get my sleep schedule in order, because I want to go to the fucking aquarium. I can only do that if my sleep schedule is in order, because I have to be up early for that. But I want to focus on this project, so expect to see more streams of this. I can't give an exact date, but either today or tomorrow or the next day after that, I expect. It depends on what I'm doing, because obviously I have shit to do in between, but, yeah. Okay, I'm doing another save. I'll check the modding Discord to see if I got a response yet. I mean, it's 7 a.m. I'm not getting a response for a while. Well, despite everything, I think we managed to figure some things out here. Well, use some more. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. There's now a break screen too, so hold on. There we go. See how that works? I think things are flowing much better now. So I guess do a save and then I'll do a save as. And we'll try and put everything together. I'm gonna get Zanzibar's water first before I do that. Maps, common, free editing kit, data, levels, solo. Oh wait, no, it's in multiplayer. Fuck, okay. Zanzibar, Sky. Okay. Well, I guess I did want to use Zanzibar's skybox anyways for this, so this kind of works out. I kind of wanted it to be a clear sky though, so... Ooh, actually, these can be useful. And turn these into the background. Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, I think we're okay. Oh shit. Leave that alone for now. I think we have a rough thing of the skybox here. Just shut it down, man. Just shut it down. quit fucking... How much did I... Okay, I think it's okay. I'm just working on the skybox right now. Ah, fuck. I need a better point of reference so I know where to put it back. Right here is good. It's really frustrating that this has happened. Oh, thank God. I was about to say... Oh, wait, what's this? Okay. So we have the skybox all, like, ready. So now, that's all finished, I can, figure out the actual map. So I have the playable area done, and I think I'll just get it in Sapien so I know what everything looks like. Does look like that, don't have everything in the actual level yet. These do not displace everywhere. Oh, let's go. So to give an idea of how big this is the Warthog. So I don't have this all detailed out yet, but it's a good, like, place to kind of start. So Water River. Fucking. Okay, there we go. Sky. Ah, fuck, I forget the prefix. Hold on, I have to open up another one of my maps to remember this. It's been a while. I apologize. Okay. Alright, get in the texture name. Alright, I found it. Now let's... I found the skybox. Okay. Plus sky. Yes, okay, I think I did it right then. I was remembering. So, there's a very likely chance this isn't going to work if I try to put it in. Because I still haven't, like, made the adjusted materials and shit like that. But I say we put it in and we try and see what comes out anyways. After all, where's the harm in that? Let's see what errors we can get by doing this. Oh, look at that! Oh, this is not going to work. Alright, let's see this. Finally getting this map inside Sapien. Oh, it's not responding. Okay, let's export .as. Export that ass. Okay, just get rid of these. Just hide them. Oh, right, I forgot. We need to put this into the collection. Not just a collection. Alright, let's do this .as file. Render. Let's go data. Levels. Should I make a new folder for my mod? Why not? Halo XT. This isn't a part of the main campaign, so I'll call it DLC or bonus. DLC. Florida. Structure. Free. I think I have to disable these loop normals. And it's exporting. Ow, I fucking... Oh, fuck. Why did I hit myself there? Ow, that fucking hurts. Ow, my fucking... Oh, no, that's not what's I... Okay, now I have to fucking wait. Huh, I guess I should add a little, like... thing so you guys know if it's compiling or not. Let me look at the Frutiger Arrow archive. If there's any, like, icons I could use for that. Because I've been taking interest in this, like, in this shit. And the reason I have is because I grew up in this era, and this is what I have, you know, and I never got to properly experience this shit. Ooh, I have an idea. The task manager. I gotta find it. Well, there's one right here that's all green. I'll save that to my UI. But, Performance Center might be a little more... Oh, it's a .ico file? What the fuck? Maybe I can find one that's animated. Performance Center. Performance Center. Icon. Because then I can, like, have a thing where so you guys know if it's, like, compiling or not. Honestly, my web browser's being very laggy right now. It's not responding. Probably because Blender's using all the memory to compile this map. Man, this is taking its sweet time to load. Come on, I need a performance icon. It's a fucking video file. And Blender says it's using 6 gigabytes of memory. 6.5 to be exact. Oh my fucking GIF editor, because I don't know if I can make this GIF blue, that would be cool. Wait, I have Filmora, don't I? I do. So if I have Filmora, I can just turn this fucking video into a GIF. I don't know how to feel about that. Center icon. Type GIF. Windows Vista. Oh my lord, man. Okay. Monitor data. Oh my god, I don't want a bunch of scientists. Just give me a damn GIF of a bunch of squiggly lines going up and down. Yeah. I kind of like that one. It has a different pattern. I don't want a cardiac arrest. I just want a stable heart monitor. Is that really hard to ask for? Okay. I think I found a solution. Okay, so why is Blender using... What? Where did this come from? Hello? Why is it using so much memory right now? Okay. Now my OBS is frozen. Man, can I not have a fucking heart rate monitor on my OBS? I guess not. Fuck. Oh, maybe not. Listen, this is where we're going to inform people that it is compiling. Alright, so I think we'll go with, let me... Performance. Transform. Edit. Just give it to 400. Ah! 500 should do the trick. Filters. I mean, that's cool and all, but color correction, color add. Will we make it blue? Oh. Oh. I like that. Denmark. Denmark. Please wait. Ooh, you can do gradients. I don't know if I want that. Filters. Oh, what am I thinking? Seven? No. Okay, that should do the trick. In case that happens in the future. Now, where the fuck did you come from? Same with you. What the fuck are you? Oh. And you stopped being hidden. Why? Okay. And it didn't remember my fucking settings. What the Oh, I must have exported it as a JMS by accident. Oh. No, don't export. Alright. Now we wait. done. Alright. See if we have... import light and level. Alright, there's no way this is gonna work. Alright, let's see what happens. Can I add filters to this? Oh, I can. It's, color correction. Oh, gotta make it blue. I'll be really shocked if this works, because there's going to be a lot of open edges. In the meantime, I'll just continue to mess around with this shit. Oh no! Who could have seen this coming? It crashed. Oh my. Degenerate triangle. Degenerate triangle. Oh my, I wonder why. Insertion point. Let's try this again. Maybe we needed to have loopholes on. Let's try that. See what happens if we have those on. Ooh, that was a pretty fast export. loop normals allowed. I guess I'll take off the other modifiers, see if that has any impact. Well, shit. Just gonna... What the fuck? Hold on. Figure those out later. maybe that's why it's crashing, because I'm fucking... Because I had 2 damn skyboxes for some reason. That is really fucking weird. And it's not remembering my fucking export settings. That is really weird. Let me check my ISP. Oh, we still have 5 gigabytes. Not too bad. What is the weather like? Okay. Okay, you're done. Alright. I did not make them instances either, so it's probably going to give me an error that there's too many vertices. Yep, knew it. I fucking knew it. So, as much as I would love to continue, I think now would be a good time to kind of save this for another stream. only because I'm starting to feel tired. And if I'm starting to feel tired, I'm going to be making more mistakes. So, I'm going to go play some video games now to stay awake for next fucking insect. Get the fuck out of here. How are you getting in here, you asshole? No, you don't belong in here. Well, I guess this would be a good time to, draw, at least we got a basic idea of what we want for the skybox and for the base, the Miami part, right? So we have a base idea, we'll work from there, and, we'll use that as a starting point. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hopefully next stream will be